I'll take him at his word. He charged Solar Panel Buddies a lot more than $20.
I hate to cut you off.
It was the debate scene throughout the Magnolia State, a 1-hour uninterrupted showdown between incumbent Governor Tate Reeves and Democratic challenger Brandon Presley.
If he'd quit lying on me, I'd quit telling the truth on him.
He's lying to the people yet again.
Viewers heard a lot of claims and accusations from both sides, and tonight we're getting the facts. The first topic was Medicaid. Presley says he would expand Medicaid if elected, but Reeves said this.
He couldn't make it 1 full minute without lying to the people of Mississippi. He doesn't have the authority to do anything on the first day in office, but like everything else he proposes, he simply is lying to the people of Mississippi.
The governor can file for a Section 1115 waiver, and he has actually the Division of Medicaid is under the governor's office.
A Section 1115 waiver allows the state to utilize experimental or pilot Medicaid programs with the authorization of the U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services. States like Arkansas have used the program to expand Medicaid, so this is true. While Reeves pushed back on the idea of expanded Medicaid.
And in the state of Arkansas, 40 to 45% of their rural hospitals are at risk of closure. Guess what the difference is in Mississippi and Louisiana and Arkansas? Louisiana and Arkansas have expanded Medicaid, Mississippi has not.
According to a report for the Center for Healthcare Quality and Payment Reform, 43% of rural hospitals in Arkansas are at risk of closing, 43% for Louisiana, and 42% for Mississippi. So this statement is also true.
But the truth of the matter is he is at the center of the state's largest public corruption scandal. He knows that. We found out his brother, we've got text messages where his brother was text messaging with Brett Favre about how to be a PR agent.
This intense moment between the candidates came after Presley accused Reeves and his brother Todd of being connected to the welfare scandal. The Reeves campaign actually released the text messages. Presley pulled a copy out of his jacket that showed Todd Reeves texting State Auditor Shad White back in 2020. What critics have said was playing middleman between White and Brett Favre over repaying the misspent TANF money. So the messages are real, making this mostly true.
You would have to believe in time travel to believe that I was involved in the TANF scandal. The fact of the matter is, it all happened before I was governor.
But that is true. Reeves was lieutenant governor at the time. Reeves is not named in the civil lawsuit to recover the misspent money, nor are he, his brother, or Favre facing any criminal charges. Reeves levied more accusations against Presley.
He's taken money from his solar panel buddies. He's approved their ability to produce energy. That's illegal in Mississippi. The law is clear, and Brandon Presley knowingly broke the law.
Presley has not denied taking money from representatives of the solar company Silicon Ranch, so that much is true. But the legality of accepting the donation is complicated. Mississippi's law says a public service commissioner cannot accept contributions from a public utility. But in a statement from the general counsel for the Mississippi Public Service Commission, it says, quote, "The commission has consistently found that Silicon Ranch, as well as other companies, are not public utilities." Presley has also never been charged for violating campaign laws, making this false. One of the final topics of the night was reproductive rights.
And the vice chairman of Emily's List wrote Brandon not 1, but 2 checks in this campaign, the most recent one being within the last 2 weeks and being for $50,000.
Emily's List, according to its website, organization that raises campaign funds for pro-choice women candidates and incumbents. While Presley did not deny connection to the organization during the debate, his campaign finance reports show, in fact, Emily's List Vice Chair Carla Jurvetson made 2 contributions, one for $50,000 and another for $5,000, making Reeves' claim true. Emily's List does not name Presley as a candidate the organization supports, and Presley says he is pro-life.
My faith teaches me to be pro-life, and I support exceptions in our law for rape, incest, and life of the mother, but I'm pro-life, and I have been forever.
Getting the facts, Cecil Hannibal, 16, WAPT News.